Hello and welcome back to my channel. So I've been telling you guys before that I wanted to make this video in regards to this rite, the Kasdeya Rite. The Rite of Blood Rite of the Fifth Satan, a complete ritual for the adept by S. Connolly. So if you guys watched my previous video, I was pretty much in the midst of that rite, of that pathworking, and it was very, I don't want to say it like I couldn't think straight, but I will say it was like I could not think straight. I took on this rite. I decided to go this route. Amongst a few other routes that I was going to go, I ended up backing down from a few, and I was reading this book and looking at this book and looking at this book again. As S. Connolly says, give a shout out to her, wonderful author, beautiful work that she has. Like, I have the highest respect for her. She has a video, and I will link that video down below in regards to this rite. And also you can check out her YouTube channel. Yeah, she does have that, and she also has an Instagram page as well. But I will definitely put a direct link to this video of her speaking about this rite. So in the midst of me making a decision, should I do the Kasdeya Rite or should I try to work the clip off like individual like spears and do that, because essentially this is working the clip off but on earthly plane. So you work with multiple spirits, a total of, so you work for the nine spirits. You work with, I don't want to say for, you work with, which is Satan, Lucifer, Florius, Leviathan, Belial, Varine, Ducius, and Seer, Eunomus. I know I pronounced that wrong. Also, Baal, Kasdeya, Delapatori, Lucifer, Raphael, and Zagam. So you're working with a slew of spirits. Now, she states in this book that you can actually change the spirits to whoever you choose, as long as they are of equal. So I know that my friend Simona is going to be doing this, but she's going to be doing it in a angelic aspect. So you can take each of these spirits and what they represent or what they bring to the table or what they do, and you can find a comparable spirit that matches that of the angelic nature and do it like that. The only two that you cannot change, as she states in this book, is Kasdeya and Baal. And I get it, because this is the Kasdeya Rite. So I began my journey in May, and I ended it October 8th. So I started October 23rd, and I ended October 8th. I did not miss one single day, even though I have gone through hell and back with breaking my foot. Day one of working with Satan, which was after the first month. It's a 5-month path working. So day one, month two, working with Satan, busted my foot and my ankle. Okay, that wasn't even the only thing that transpired as it went down the road. But did I miss it? I came home from the ER at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I still closed out my ritual for that day. Because every morning you have to do you have to do something in the morning, you have to do something in the night. You know, there's a whole thing that you have to do if you read the book. I'm not really going to give details of the book. I'm not going to go into it. There's some of my gnosis in this book, but I have a complete journal, because that is the things that you will need in order to do this. But there's a list, I will say, here's a list of supplies that you do need in order to do this book. But like I said, I didn't miss one freaking moment. I never missed a day. No matter how my life was upheaved and changed and shifted, I never missed a freaking day. Not one day. No. And I completed it. So Would I recommend this rite to anybody? Yes, 100% I would. It will change you as a magician if that is what your ultimate goal is for ascension. It will change you. It will awaken you. It will open you up to things that you haven't experienced before, or maybe had abilities to be able to do. I would say try it if you are a person who can commit and dedicate themselves, because once you start this right, you absolutely cannot stop. She has a forewarning about it. Like, if you stop during this right, your life is going to turn to shit until you finish this right. So things that need to be removed from your life will be removed. People that need to be removed will be removed. Doors will temporarily close, at least they did for me, and then they blasted wide open. Not immediately like the day I stopped, but they blasted wide open. Opportunities have come like no other. Highly recommend. Pick up this book. You can get it on Amazon. I will put the link down below. I am no way associated with S. Connolly. I don't even think she knows I'm alive. Even though I follow her on Instagram, but I've never reached out and communicated with her. But I'm just going to share her link to her book on Instagram, because why not? If you're interested, even if you're just interested as reading material, go for it. Because trust me, this will change your life. This will change your life. This will strip everything that you thought you knew away and rebuild you from the ground up. It is essentially working the tree of death, or the tree of life, or whatever you want to call it, the club off. When you get to a certain month, you are starting to cross Doth. You are starting to cross. So it's a different way of doing it, but you are doing it on a physical plane. Like, you are not doing it on an astral plane. This is working the spirits here in the now. So you have to commit. So if you have time and you're committed, do it. You won't be disappointed. I didn't have any doubts that I wouldn't commit to it, or finish it, or stop. I never had one doubt, because I knew that once I set my mind to something, I don't leave up. And that's just like the nature of my beast. The nature of my mentality is, once I set my mind to something, I don't quit until like there is no more that you can do. I will not stop. And that's how I am with my clients, to get their manifestations. And that's how I am in my magical work and my personal magical practices. So again, I just wanted to make this video, talk about this rite. I will link below the two videos, one from S. Connolly's channel regarding this rite, also her book, if you guys want to pick it up and do it yourself. It's not that super difficult, but what will transpire in your life can be super difficult. So be prepared. Be prepared for change. Change will freaking come. It will knock you off your socks. It's not just, you know, doing like floating around the astrals and like trying to do whatever you need to do there. You are bringing it into the physical sense. So that alone is a challenge. Anyone who works with spirits and has spirits in their house, I'm not gonna say it's a challenge, but you notice the difference, is what I'm trying to say. Things will change in your life, but it will change for the better. Things that are not meant to be will no longer be, and what is supposed to be will come into your life like nobody's business. And I will say that during this time when I was doing this, those who tried to read me spiritually with like tarot, they couldn't get through. They absolutely could not get through. Everything they were saying was completely like, what? I have no idea what you're talking about. That doesn't make sense to me, where normally they could. So it will close the doors and build a shield during this time frame, because they're shifting, like alchemically changing you for the better. Alrighty guys, pick up a copy of this book. check it out. If you want to do the rite, if you have any questions, you can always message me. But the better person to message would be as Connolly herself, since she is the one that put this together. This is not the first time. This rite is actually goes back to, because she does have a forward here, and she does have it from originally. The original rite, I'll tell you, the original rite is from Perswell, and it's from 1642. So yeah, she's kind of restructuring it into the real world, because sometimes some of the stuff that's written in some of these older books are completely unobtainable, inaccessible, whatever. But this makes it so freaking easy. It's not even funny, but you will change. Alrighty? Many blessings to each and every one of you, and until the next time.